experts scale their business to 6, 7, or maybe even 8 figures after this conversation today. And we're at Dan Lok headquarters in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. And I've had the treat to be toured around by his incredible team, incredible people who treated me like a king from the moment I got picked up in the car from my hotel. And today we're gonna have a bit more of a personal conversation. I wanted to pick Dan's brain on, as you guys know, I'm trying to break through to new heights. And as you all know, new levels bring new devils. And I'm trying to get to 8 figures. And that's a number that means a lot more to me than just the money, but these new battles I'm discovering I need to fight, and not just fight, but win. And I know Dan's already fought them, he's confronted them, he's conquered them, and he's defeated them. And today we want to talk to you about how to scale to 6 figures, and then to 7 figures, and then to 8 figures, and what that looks like, and what you need to be mentally prepared for. Dan, where should we start, man?
I think first of all, knowing that, like you said, every level is another devil, that what got you here won't get you there. So in the beginning, maybe you are doing everything on your own, you're doing everything yourself, right? And maybe what inspired you to be an entrepreneur, to be that lifestyle entrepreneur, right? I want to work from home, I have a lifestyle, I want to travel, and then you see this a lot in the digital marketing space, right? I'm on the beach with my laptop, this is cool.
Laptop lifestyle.
Laptop lifestyle, and that's perfectly fine.
Sure,
That's what inspired me to get started in the beginning, right? I never thought I would run this big company here, right? So from there, what got you to 6 figure won't get you to 7 figure, and what got you to 7 figure won't get you to 8 figure. Because the mentality that you need, the skill set that you need, who you are as an entrepreneur, it's very, very different. 0 to 6 figure, you're self-employed, that's cool, right? But then as you grow, you need to develop that team, right? You got to build a team around you. And that's something that I was talking to you about, where I know you're working from home, and that's cool, that's lifestyle business, but to build it to the next level, if you only have, you were talking about a lot of like independent contractors. Talk to me about that.
Great people, talented people, but I don't feel, well, I'll use the right word, I don't have the loyalty that you have. Right? Because they're working for multiple people. Right? Their attention's spread thin. There's nothing on the line for them to lose. If I let them go, they still have 2 or 3 other jobs. And I don't know if it's because there's definitely something rooted in fear. About, I don't know if it's my abilities to be able to lead people. But there's definitely some form of fear holding me back from, like, why don't I buy a building in Toronto? Why don't I hire only locally? What if it fails? Is it imposter syndrome? Like everyone's gonna get to know the real Vince, and I don't know what it is. But I think I'm getting closer. I think we've touched on something.
To the breakthrough?
Yeah, and we're getting close.
And I think first of all, you have to understand business is actually very, very simple. It's about a group of people sharing the same common goal, right? Although, like, if I show you my organizational chart, you see I have a group of companies, right? Although I am the personal brand, but really it's not like I'm Dan Lok, I am the visionary, I'm the leader, but it's the team that makes the brand work, right? We have, like, behind the camera, Matt, Lindsay, like they're in the production team, right? We have Kiera, we have Alex, right? We have a lot of people in the Gabe, right? In the production team, just on the production side, right? So it's not just me. I'm playing my role as a leader, what I do as a leader, right? Setting the vision. But part of the job as a leader is you're being paid to make tough decisions, and you're being paid to hire people. To recruit good talents. I truly believe now, going into 21st century, it is not a war on customers, it's a war on talents.
Ooh, that's the first time I've heard that.
It's not about who can get the customers, it's not about that. It's who has the best, most talented team.
Wow, that was worth the entire trip out here just to hear that. That was really good, Dan.
So then you think about how you're gonna win any wars. So it's like what you're saying, okay, I'm gonna fight this battle. Shit, who's on my army, man? Oh, well, they're fighting with 4 other people. They're like mercenaries, right? Like in Game of Thrones, right? These are damn mercenaries.
Everyone in for themselves,
So then, how are you gonna help them help you win any battles?
So what I'm hearing is that the lid of my growth is not my abilities, but my ability to lead others.
Not it's lead, recognizing talents, empowering others. All my directors, all my leaders in all the major role, right?
Yeah.
Out of 8 of them in 8 different functions, divisions. Every single one of them can do what they do way better than me. My copywriting team can write copy better than me, right? My video production team can do videos better than me.
Right.
I have done over 1,000 videos, right?
Right.
I've done all that. Like you know my reach on social media. I do not know how to turn on the freaking camera.
Yeah.
I literally, you say, turn on the camera, I do not know. Actually, where the hell is the button?
Yeah.
I don't know where the memory card goes. Nothing, like you and I, we come in here, we just do our thing, right? I focus on what I do.
Yeah, the better you get at technical stuff, the less money you make.
No, and it's not I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
It's not the best use of my talents, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what I do.
As the entrepreneur, yeah. And if you're not succeeding, you can't reinvest into your team to get better at what they do.
Yeah, I want good people. So now then the next question is, well, how do I find my first good person, right?
That's what I want to talk about. Yeah,
Right.
let's land to kind of make this a little, what does the team look like at the 7-figure level? Who wants to go to the 8-figure level?
So
What are some of the key team members?
Let me give you the 3 stages first, then I'll go into, so I want to give you a big picture framework, then I'll go into the strategies.
Okay, cool.
From 0 to 1 million is 3 things: offer, sales, and marketing. You need how to sell something, you got to have an offer that works, that converts. You can get out the marketplace, 0 to 1 million,
Okay.
right? That's what you've done,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Per
One-
decade, yeah.
1 to 10 million, it's not just about that anymore. It's about financial literacy. It's about leverage system and leverage process. Meaning financial literacy, being able to read your numbers. Do you know what is going on with your top line, bottom, everything?
Right.
Right. Now you're looking at, am I investing my company, my overhead, my expense? Right. That's looking at that. Leverage systems, how you
Right.
do something, right? How do you create repeatable results?
Right.
Do you have leverage process? The process, I'll give you a perfect example because TC, we're talking about video.
Sure.
So our process, if I show you, we have our example, what we've done here. Before you come here, we know the videos we're going to film.
Yeah.
Right. We know the set we're going to be in.
Yeah.
All this is in ClickUp, which we manage. So the minute this is finished, if I'm correct about the process, now Gabe, my director of media, helped me put together the process. But if I'm correct about the process, this gets finished. Right, it gets passed to the team, go to the editing, animation, production, the after effects, everything. All that is done, and then we have our schedule knowing when it's going to be released. Now this goes to your channel, but assuming this is my video,
Sure.
goes to our channel, when it's going to be released, when it's released, how it's going to optimize text. Like it's like a 10, 12-step process with one piece of content. And then how that gets repurposed, Instagram, Facebook, are we using anything? Right? How are we going to do this, right?
Right.
That's a process.
Yeah.
I do not do a video and think, well, I'll do a video and I guess we'll see what happens. And now I'm not chasing my team. Wait, is it done? What's going on? What's happening? No, all that. I don't see it. It's all happening behind the scenes. I don't know, like before you showed up, I don't know the topics. They have to give me the topics. And then we say, okay, we're going to set up and we go.
It was a really fascinating experience I just have to share this from my perspective. So one, via the Telegram conversation, I believe
I'm not in it.
Yeah, it was either Chris or Sep who sent me a Google Doc, and this was already pre-planned.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is what I do myself sometimes. I was like, this isn't, And then when we got here, when I got picked up in the car, they handed me a physical copy, what was printed out, to review it again.
Yeah.
And that level of preparation.
That's process, right?
That's a process.
Yeah. So that's, imagine, so 1 to 10 is about process. Now 10 to 100, now it's a different game. Now it's about culture, leadership, and strategic decision making. That's a very different level of entrepreneur. Now I focus on high level relationships, right? I focus on creating brand equity.
Yeah.
Right? I focus on decision making, culture, how do you create that culture? The technical work, I do not touch any of it.
Let's just go back a bit from the 7 to 8-figure mark, because there's a lot of 7-figure earners watching this.
Yep.
What does the team look like? So what would you, we could put me on the hot seat here. What would you expect to see? What would you be surprised if you heard me doing something? What would you kind of visualize my team looking like as the visionary, as the coach, as the guy who's the man with the message? But who would be kind of surrounding me?
Okay, so first, I think the first step you need, this I actually learned from Jack Ma, right? Jack Ma started Alibaba with 18 people, okay? And those
Jack Ma?
Jack Ma, Alibaba, right?
Alibaba restaurant? What's Alibaba?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Alibaba. There's an Alibaba by my house. It's a restaurant. So you're throwing me off.
No.
Is that it's a big flea market or outdoor? Oh, I don't even know what it is.
He's the richest man in China.
Okay, there you go.
There you go, right?
I'm sure
And when they went,
please tell me that I wasn't the only one that didn't know that. In the comments below, please.
No. Yes.
Or you can say,
Jack
come on,
Ma,
Vinny.
right? Yes. So, and when he went public in New York Stock Exchange, it was the most successful IPO ever in history.
Gotcha.
Right? So huge company. And Jack Ma started a company with 18 people, core founders of the company, right? In his little apartment, right? Talking about an idea, say, hey, we're gonna do this thing. Now, Jack Ma back then was paying them, I'm talking about, let me see, for 500, about like $80 US per month back then, right? We're talking about early 90s. 18 people, and they build this business into this massive, huge company, right, serving billions of people now in China. Now, what I'm saying is, you need to have first your core kind of leadership team, okay, your leadership team. Now, within there, in any business function, you have operation, finance, marketing, let's say those three functions. You should find that first. You need to have people who are driving the business beyond than just you. So you shouldn't be just you losing sleep over the business. All your leaders, they should be thinking about how do you grow the business. That core group of people, I call them my executive team, very, very key. Because everything builds from there, right? So maybe the first step depends on what you want to do. Maybe the first step is you bring on that director of sales, right? That's what drives revenue. Or the director of marketing, right? Or maybe you bring on that controller, right?
What's that?
So before your CFO, Chief Financial Officer, maybe it's the controller. Not your bookkeeper, by the way, not your brother-in-law, but someone who looks at your finance and actually tells, hey, Vince, you're being too aggressive here with the marketing. Your cash flow is not so good. Like someone is telling you, looking at the numbers every single month, right?
Which one of these roles are worth like going tight on? Like, man, you need these roles. Like sometimes it's, some of these guys, are you training them up, or are you just paying what they need to come in and do their thing? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I know I need that guy, but can I afford him? Am I ready for that?
It's like,
or what if he doesn't work out? Then I lost all this money. This is the scary. This is the risk. You can kind of see what I'm wrestling with, right?
Yeah. It's if you hire the right people, that person will not cost you any money. You only have to hire the wrong people, then that person costs you money.
That's so good,
right? So, like example, when I brought on my CFO, which has actually been a friend of mine, Connie Yip. Connie is watching this.
Sure.
Connie, and we've been friends for 10 years.
Yeah.
And over the years, she's seen my growth, right?
Yeah.
On everything that I do. So Connie has not only a chartered accountant, she used to work for Sleep Country, a huge company.
Yeah.
She used to be the controller of Sleep Country, used to be a CFO for a public company. Like vast amount of experience in accounting and finance, right? And she was working with this pretty big company in Vancouver. And I said to her, Connie, my business is growing. I want you to come, and it's just like, well, maybe I'll just help you out, almost like a part-time basis. I said, cool, because she wants to see what we do, right? And after about 6 months, right, I kind of encourage, nurture, and say, this company is cool, but look at what we do, like how much we could grow. So, I pay her, a handsome amount of money but she's not doing it for the money, because she sees the vision of where we're going, right?
I have a personal question for you. Do you ever look at your own numbers, go in there, or do you just keep you're an artist, you've got to be when you show up in front of the camera, you've got to perform.
Yeah.
And sometimes you look at your numbers and you're like, oh shit, we're overspending over here. It can throw you off. How often do you look at them, or you know what I'm saying, so that it doesn't mess you up?
Well, this goes into a little bit more technical, but I'll give you that. So you should look at every single week. We have a weekly executive meeting. That's when we look at every single division. I have KPI. I know exactly what's happening in terms of, let's say, recurring revenue, in terms of cost of return on ad spend. So I look at a key set of 15, 20 numbers from different division, It tells me everything I need to know, the health of the company. And I review it every single week, and I hold my team accountable based on those numbers, right?
You seem so calm. Do you ever panic?
I do panic.
Yeah.
I worry too.
What gets you scared?
Everything.
What would be like crap? Like what are you always saying? Oh crap to, oh crap to, oh crap to. And by the way, that's a good thing to always say oh crap, because it means you're going into uncharted territory. But
okay, put it this way. I'll use a perfect metaphor, and I tell it with my team all the time. I use this metaphor all the time. When you started out as a solopreneur, right? Imagine you're on a little wooden boat, right? You're kayak and you're just doing your little thing. And you're going on this ocean of entrepreneurship, right? You're like, that seems to be nice. Like maybe there's an island somewhere, right?
Yeah.
It seems to be better than where I'm at, right? Maybe I'm stuck at a job. That looks like a beautiful island. So you're on this island thing, right? And then before you know it, and you found some people. So, oh, you jump on my boat. You need a little bigger boat. Now your little wooden boat is like now 2-3 people on it. Right? You're doing your thing, right? You know, they're all kind of rolling, right? They're all helping you out. And before you know it, oh, there's some more people that I think is a good fit. You want to go to the island too. You jump on board. Now guess what? You need to upgrade your boat. Now before you know it, or maybe we need a little motor that will go a little faster, right? Okay, let's do that, right? Oh, but you know, now we're going into the ocean. Maybe there are sharks. I don't know about that. We need some food, right? Now, before you know it, your boat gets bigger. That's exactly what has happened to us. Your boat gets a little bit bigger. Now you have a little a motorboat, right?
Right.
And then to me, that's why I said everything, because every single day, doesn't matter how successful we become, I'll tell my team, it doesn't matter how big we grow, that feeling of you're walking on thin ice. The minute we think, oh yeah, we're too big, I don't care if you're $1 billion company, the minute the CEO thinks, oh, we're cool. If Jack Ma says, I'm walking on thin ice, and he wants to grow a company to live 102 years old, we are like a freaking baby, okay? So the way I see it, that's why I said everything. So the way I see it, why I bring on more people, why I describe to my team, I said, I don't want a boat, I want a fucking battleship. I don't want my boat to be made. I don't want my boat to be made out of wood. I want it made out of metal. Sure. I want like Kenyan.
So you're upgrading.
And I want to have so much resources that my team won't starve to death. Because before it's me, my wife, our family. Yeah. Now I'm in charge of hundreds of families' lives. I'm in fact affecting tens of thousands of people's lives, my students. Right. That's a lot of people on the fucking boat. It is my job if I am careless. Right. Oh, there's an iceberg. That's okay. Don't worry about it. We hit the boat. All the people who have jumped on the boat because they trust on my leadership, I have to be responsible. Versus a lot of entrepreneurs, they're not responsible. They just like, whatever. Because all they focus on, I want to make enough money so I could, goof off. I'm way beyond that stage. Right now, I have so many things I need to make the decisions on. This is where we are going. It is my responsibility to see that. It's my responsibility to be bigger, not for the ego purposes, so I could protect more people. Now, sometimes, however, because there are pirates who are trying to steal from you, there are people who want to shoot your boat down. They want you to drown. Unfortunately, there are some people on the boat that may not be a good fit, that they are not pulling the weight. Sure. And as a leader, tough decision, you got to ask those people, maybe you should jump on a smaller boat, because we are going to that direction. It is not a good fit, because we cannot afford to have someone on the boat that's not 100%, period, right?
Wow, that's incredible.
And you see my team, the way they work, I don't micromanage. I don't tell them. They're all highly motivated. And if you're on the Telegram, you can see it. I mean, they send you a message 10 p.m. at night. It's not a 9 to 5. Like I tell people, day one, if you want a 9 to 5 thing, you don't join my team. Absolutely do not join my team. It's not the place where, how
about you do? You have time off, or do you set rules around when you work?
I don't look at it that way. Like I have my time off, like where I charge my batteries, I spend time with my wife, things like that. But my whole work life.
You don't have like a Monday to Friday, 9 to 4 kind of thing. Like they take a weekends off.
If you want to have to work, if you want to make 6-figure, that's fine.
Sure.
Like if that's little boat thing, little kayak, that's fine. You have a battleship, it's what it takes now. However, it's not just like I want to grow bigger and bigger. That's not what I'm talking about. Sure. So a lot of decisions I make where you were talking about like going broke, right? About like being broke in business. Some people, they like to say, oh, I don't want to have any cash in the business. I don't agree with that.
They don't want to have any cash. You
Like
want to have cash.
that
You want to have something. You want
because
to
if I have a bowl, I have so many people.
yeah, you need something aside.
I want to have enough food. What if we don't find something in 3 months?
Right. Yeah. What if something doesn't work out?
It is again, you know how what I tell my CFO? This is crazy. This is so
and
crazy.
you're self-funded and everything too,
100%,
right?
no
so you're
outside
self-funded. So like, you haven't taken on $1 million.
Zero.
Exact. So you're operating on a rule. That's a great lesson. Some guys, you could go get money though if you wanted.
Yeah,
but you don't want it.
I don't need it. Yeah.
But that's cool.
Yeah. So I'm much more conservative. Now this, again, it goes against so many people's ideas and this and that. But I look at Apple. Apple's got so much money in cash. Apple is a very good business. They've got billions and billions and billions of dollars in cash. Why? Because you will never go out of business if you have cash. Companies only go out of business because they run out of cash.
Right.
Not revenue, cash.
Right.
So to me, to protect the team,
You're talking about profits.
no, money in the bank. Not
Money
even
in the
profit.
bank.
Money,
Okay.
cash in the bank.
Gotcha. So
right?
profits that get put in the
Yeah,
bank.
if you cannot make the rent payment, you cannot pay the overhead, you cannot pay your people, you cannot meet payroll. That's when things start to go like this. So I am extremely conservative. This is my view, and I'll share that with you. And this is my kind of like piece of advice.
Sure.
The very first step, get to 1 year. Let's say your overhead is 100K. Let's say your people and all that's 100K per month. Okay,
Yep,
you want to have at least a year of cash, 1.2 million cash that you don't fucking touch in the bank. Now a lot of people would disagree with me. They say, oh, you can put into better return and all that stuff. That's fine, but I don't care about if I get another 5, 6, 8% return. I care about the people on my boat.
Okay, so that equation, let's review that equation one more time. Let's say somebody's making $2 million a year.
What's your overhead? Like what's your
let's say
monthly overhead?
They're taking home
Like after
personal
your
too?
people, like your people, your employee, your lease, your rent, what's your overhead?
It would be over 50, 60K a month.
56, let's say 50K.
Okay.
Times that by 12.
Okay, so 600,000.
You want 600 cash. You don't
Okay,
even,
gotcha.
you don't touch. That's the first step.
Wow.
I want my number to be 10 years.
And if you've got a lot more than
I
that,
want
you're
my
playing
number
it.
to be 10 fucking years.
Oh, really?
That's my number.
So if you've got more than that number, it means you're playing it way too safe.
Yeah. I want my number.
You're going to run out of time to get to your goal.
Because I know if I have that reserve, first 1 year, then 2, I want the number to be long, right? Because if I have 10 years of cash,
Yeah, you're cruising.
no one could take me out of business. Because I believe in my team. If something doesn't work, something changes in the marketplace, we got time to figure this out.
You can pivot.
I say 10 years, my team can figure this out in 1 month.
You can pivot fast.
But
yeah.
I want the leeway. I want the time. I don't want to be panicking. Oh my God, this is bad and stuff like that. I don't care. No.
I love that formula.
It's very conservative.
Yeah.
It's very conservative. Apple has enough cash to help them run for like generations.
So,
Like how much cash? Just Google.
Sure.
It's ridiculous amount. How much? And they're still making so much cash. Yet they have most of the money. Apple doesn't make crazy investments. They don't invest in manufacturers. They outsource all that stuff. They're sitting on. They could easily do a ton of acquisitions like Facebook and Google. They don't. They're sitting on cash.
So,
The greatest company on the planet sitting on cash.
so what are they doing better than like Uber, who's like $3 billion in debt or something?
Uber has no
like
cash
Amazon,
flow. They're
yeah, but
losing
that's
money.
what I'm saying. Amazon, Uber, they have the kind of, so are they planning on, what are they going to make like, cash?
I don't know. That's why I don't invest in Uber. I would take Uber.
Yeah.
I love Uber. I would do Uber Eat. I wouldn't own Uber stocks, right? Like that's great.
We could talk on that here.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we should. This is outstanding, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey, I think I just got to give you an opportunity to let our listeners, if they haven't already checked you out and started following you, where is the best place for people to get plugged into your world right now?
I think YouTube is great. I mean, I've got over 1,000 videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube, like that's my kind of my hub. Instagram, it's okay, but Instagram, you see a little photo, see a little post. That's it's very tough to go deep.
If
right?
you could only go one platform.
YouTube.
So guess what? The reason I'm out here in Vancouver, British Columbia, by the way, is because this weekend is a 7-figure mastermind.
Yeah.
And Dan has been extremely generous to come and speak to our students in the afternoon. He's teaching us his 8-figure webinar formula.
Yeah.
He's teaching us how to get your next 10,000 YouTube subscribers with the 7 key principles.
Yeah.
And I actually put my YouTube on pause. That's how I made all my money on my fitness business, but then I shifted to Instagram to grow my coaching program, my business coaching program. We're gonna come back to YouTube. So I'm just like getting ready to strike, and I wanna do it right. And I know it takes a lot of, you can't just half-ass it.
Yeah, it does, it does.
So we've
But
got
does that make sense? Does that make sense in terms of growth? What you need to focus on?
Yeah.
See, that's a very different philosophy, and that's a lot of these, I guess, so-called coaching and people like that. They don't teach you because they don't know. They're teaching you, hey man, just offer marketing and sales. That's all you need. I used to believe in that. That I can tell you now, in the big, when a company grows bigger, that becomes a function of your business. You got so much more.
Right.
Like you've got so much more. The stuff that we do, right? It's completely different. Like it's a different level, right?
Why don't you invite them to check out what we've put together, what you've put together, and what I'm putting my full-hearted endorsement behind. There's so many different programs out there that you guys can check out to invest into and learn skills. There's only one skill that you need to master first and foremost before diverting your funds, your time, your focus. And why don't you invite them to check out the free training that you put together. I've already had, over hundreds of my students check it out, and many of them made the leap.
A lot of great success stories.
Yeah, oh my gosh, it's outstanding. And I believe that you guys got a resource where people listening can in fact hear results of people who've already gone through this. Don't believe Dan, don't believe me. You don't believe the chef who cooked the food, right?
Yeah.
Of course he's gonna say the food tastes good. But listen to people who've already eaten the food and hear what they have to say.
And the way I see it is very simple. People sometimes ask me, why do I do training? Remember I said this is gonna be a war of talents, not a war of customers.
War of talents, yeah.
And
I love that.
I need talents in order to scale. So why do I teach high income skills? Why do I teach closing? Because our organization needs closers.
So it's almost like you create it for yourself.
100%,
Yeah.
because of this ecosystem.
Sure.
So in order for us to grow, to scale and work with companies, we need closers. And I do not want to just, hey, let's post an ad on Indeed or Craigslist and hire some salespeople. Those people, they're not gonna be fit for our culture. So why am I doing the education side? Number one, to give back. Number two, it's the right thing to do and the smart thing to do. Because if I have so many students around the world, here's something very interesting. Almost every single person on my team right now, on Team Dan Lok, almost every single person, they were like my students in one form or another.
That's so cool.
I have never posted a job post. I've never hired based on resume ever.
Yep.
Right? Every single one of them, because they have learned from me in one way or the other. They've gone through my program, and they feel like I want to be part of what you do.
They don't want to let you down because they believe in you.
Yeah, and I believe in them. My guys who are running my marketing, my division, they don't have college credentials. They don't have degree. In fact, none of them are qualified to run what they're running right now. But they do it better than anybody else. Look at my use social media, look at my marketing, look at everything that we do. Because I believe in them and they believe in themselves and they are on this boat, right? And everybody has the same goal. So it's not about like what me, I just play my part, I'm the captain. I have the vision, this is the direction I want to go, but it's everybody.
That's amazing.
It's Team Dan Lok, right?
So hey guys, I think you know what you need to do next. Check out the link below in the description. There may be a link on the screen in one of these corners here, and sign up for the free training to learn how to develop this high income skill.
Yep.
And whatever we tell you to do on the next page, don't think about it. Simply act, all right? Because that's how you become successful, being decisive. And Dan, thanks so much, man.
Welcome.
That was outstanding, man. And we'll see you all next time.
I was just ready for a change in my life.
I was depressed, full of anxiety, on medication.
I came across this course purely by coincidence, but was it coincidence? I don't know.
Price changes depending on the size of the company I sell to, and so it could be from 1K to 100K.
And those people are going to help you hone your skills so that you get better and better and better at it. And that's the way to do it.
Get back on the phone and actually talk to people. Have that conversation.
Essentially what HTC did for me was, it saved my life.